Yo, what up, guys? It's the Crypto Homie back at you with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Bitcoin halving, why it is such a lackluster event, is Bitcoin dead, and why you should be long-term bullish in this video. So starting off with the halving, everybody was super hyped that the daily supply of Bitcoin is going to be cut in half. It was approximately 1,800 Bitcoin mined every day. So now the amount being mined every day will be about 900 Bitcoin, which, I mean, basic economics teaches us that that's great. Supply and demand, the price will go up because there's less supply. And as long as the demand would hold steady, it still would go up. But if we could get new people into the ecosystem, then we'd have an increased demand and a decrease supply, which is great. So starting off with the stock to flow model by Plan B, as you can see, this chart starts all the way back into 2010. So it pretty much has most of Bitcoin's history in it. And if you look to the right of the chart, it says days until next halving. So when it gets really red like this, that means the halving just happened because there's a lot more days till the next halving. And when it's purple, that means you're almost at zero or you are at zero. So we just had our halving May 2020. So as you can tell by looking at the colors, we had the transition from the blue, purple to red. So now, based off previous history, see, there wasn't enough data back here to really get an accurate reading, but all we know is when a halving happens, there's a major pump. As you can tell back in this time, there's a major pump, and you just follow this line, which is the 365 daily average. So based off of that, that's the consistent line that the price of Bitcoin theoretically should be at. So when we had the halving, which was back in, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the 2016, like the fall of 2016. It didn't have the next all-time high until around April 2017. And then if you've been around in 2017, you'll know that we made all-time high in December 2017. Then we came smacking back down in December 2018. And then, of course, as we all, like more recently, we know that we're moving back up after this halving. But everybody was kind of disappointed at the halving event, like, oh, we're going to go to 20K. Oh, you know, we're just going to go to the moon. And it didn't really happen. But based off history, as we can tell in the charts, it's definitely going to be at least 6 months before we get like an all-time high based off the charts. So I wouldn't be surprised. The earliest I would expect us to hit 20K would be 6 months after May, which would be, if I did the math right in my head, which would be November, December this year. But realistically, we could expect something 6 months to 18 months after the halving. So I would expect something breaking 20K next December. So I would expect an all-time high, and not just 20K, but way above 20K, December of 2021. So there's another chart I want to show you guys. This is the 200 weekly moving average heat map. So what's very important is this line right here that I'm following is the 200 weekly moving average. As you can tell, Bitcoin has respected this line over and over and over again. If anybody says Bitcoin's dead, you got to show them this chart, and there's plenty of other indicators and charts that has the same evidence. Every time we tested it, boom, skyrocket. Tested, you're below it a little bit in this area at times, but you respected that line, you held it as resistance, and boom, look at this, we smacked down, tested, boom, up again. And then here just in March 2020, we tested it again. And as you can tell, the 200 weekly moving average just keeps rising. So currently, when I was looking at the chart, it's around 6,100. So if we're going to come down and test our most critical support, the lowest would go to 6,100. Of course, we could break it, and if we would break this and not bounce back, I'd be extremely concerned. But based off history, we have not, and there's no evidence that we're going to. I believe all this information on this chart and on this chart gives such an accurate representation of what the long-term picture for Bitcoin is going to be. I believe it's super bullish. In the short term, we're going to have pullbacks. There's going to be bearish moments, but overall, if you look at the trend is our friend. The trend is our friend, and you can definitely tell here. We just keep going up. The trend is going up. This chart is going to have to get raised because we're going to keep going up. We're going to break through. Alrighty, guys, just want to leave this here. I'd like to know your opinion about Plan B's stock to flow model. What do you think of the 200 weekly moving average? You let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button if you liked it. Subscribe for more content. And the Crypto Homie is signing out.